Zara Larsson is here. Hello.
Hi.
So nice to meet you. I'm so happy you're here.
Me too.
Yeah, how has everything been? How are you? How's life?
Life is amazing. I'm just living my dream.
Mm-hmm.
I really am. Waking up every day, I'm happy. In a really good space, just creatively and personally.
Mm-hmm.
I finally have a song out, Can't Tame Her. Just like working that. It's always nice to have something out. And not only that, but to be excited about what's to come. Because, usually it makes me a little anxious before. Because I don't know like how people will respond to it or how they're going to react. But this time I feel so confident in what we have coming out and what we have released and like what's to come. So I think it's going to be a really, really good year for me.
Yeah. New album, singles Can't Tame Her.
Yeah.
What is the feeling before you put a song out? I can only imagine like, it's almost like posting something, and you're just the anxiety. That's the most anxiety I feel is like posting to Instagram or TikTok. But for a song or a project, what's that feeling? Is it a rush?
Totally. I mean, it's definitely an adrenaline rush. And I feel like because you've been working on it for quite a time, not only in the studio, but, you might have shot a video and you've done like press shots and you have maybe, I re-record my stuff like 3 times because I'm just never happy with it. So I'm like, let me re-record. Like there's just a lot of work behind it. And then when you release it, you obviously want that work the work that you put in to be worth it, quote unquote, or for people to like what you do. I mean, that's what I want. I think what we all want is to be appreciated of the work you put in. But I feel like so far the response has been really positive. People seem to love it. And I think at the end of the day, though, it's just important to know that, like, I love it. Because you can't lose if you do stuff that you love. Mm-hmm. If you put out something that you're proud of, that you're happy about, and people don't respond to it in the, like I've put on songs like Love Me Land on my last album. I was like, yo, this is like number 1 smash. Yeah. And then it flopped.
But you're right, because you love it.
I love it. And I still think it's one of my best songs. And it's like one of my favorite videos. I just love everything about it. So I just honestly feel bad for the people who haven't heard it. And like I can find some sense of calmness in that, to just know that what I have put out is really good and something that I'm proud of. And then like I said, you can't lose. Mm-hmm. I don't think you can when you do stuff you love. But of course, it's always it's anxious and it's nervousness and all of that. But I feel really good.
That's such a good way to look about it. Like, it's your loss that you haven't heard this. I feel bad for you that you haven't seen it. So I love that, because I'm going to start doing that. Oh, you didn't listen to me on the radio today? Your loss. I was talking with Zara Larsson. That's amazing. I feel like there's been so much Zara in my life lately. I was shopping at Zara. Yeah, I got Zara in the studio.
Classic.
And my radio career, I remember when I first started, it was your song, the first one that blew up, Never Forget You. Yeah. I feel attached to you because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is full circle, because I was playing that song like every hour.
Oh, thank you.
And I loved it so much. So I'm so excited you're back with this new song. I have it here. I have this new button set up, so I'm so excited. Let's listen to it. Let's see if this works.
Let's go.
Oh, wait a second.
No, you can't.
Here it is. Karaoke. This is so good. And I'm so glad that like dance is really hitting it again,
Yeah.
It got sad there for a while.
Girl. I'm an up-tempo girl. I love to dance. If you've seen me live, you know that I will always bring my dancers. I will always bring my dancing shoes. I'm about that show. And I also love this song because it feels like it has like a familiar touch. It's definitely like the retro kind of vibe. Hello? What happened with the microphone?
Ooh. It's dancing. You got your dancing shoes on. The mic wants to dance.
Yeah, no, it feels. I can't really sit still when I listen to this. It has that really like early 80s vibes. The synth, the drums, just everything makes it feel like, let's go like swing with your arms.
Totally.
Yeah.
We're
Snap
moving.
your fingers.
We're fluid.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So how do you choose the song that's going to be the first one out? I feel like it'd be the toughest part.
So hard.
I mean, this is obviously a banger, but like when you're going through you probably feel that way about all your songs. So how do you choose the first one to represent, the next project?
No, that is the trickiest part of it all, I think, to pick the single. And especially since this album is very dynamic and it goes high and it goes low and it goes in a lot of different like directions, but still being pop. And I wouldn't really say that Can't Tame Her represents the rest of the album, but I wouldn't say that any of the songs kind of do. It has a red thread in the sense of like there's a lot of organic musical instruments and there's a lot of like maybe themes that I'm talking about. But I think sometimes you just got to go for what feels good in the moment and not really think so hard about it, because it's hard with music or anything creative to like break it down in numbers and statistics and all of that. And even though, you know, is what's happening in the music now, like you can obviously see the streaming numbers or the like all of that. I think sometimes you just got to go with what feels good for you right now.
You can almost like cloud your judgment when you're like, I think this one's going to go viral.
Like the analytics and
I'm going to make
like
that
all
one
of
a trend.
Yeah, it's hard.
You're
Because
just
you never
making
know
what
what's going
sounds
to
right.
pop.
Exactly.
It's the same, like speaking of TikTok, sometimes I post something and it takes me 20 seconds to record it and I just post it and it blows up.
Millions of views.
And then I spend like hours on another thing and nobody cares.
That is the most frustrating thing about TikTok.
You never know, yeah.
Yeah. We'll make one in 20 seconds and see if it blows up.
Right?
We'll do a test
Yeah.
after this. As we're getting to know each other, have you ever heard of the icebreaker? Somebody did this with me the other day, the rosebud thorn. Have you ever heard of that?
I don't think so. Tell
It's
me
really
about
interesting. So I didn't either. We did this the other night with my friends. Rosebud thorn, it like, you basically fill us in on your life and what everything's going on. So rose is like the best part that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Bud is something you're looking forward to. And thorn is something that's like,
Okay, interesting.
You know, yeah.
Okay.
What would yours be?
Rose right now would be one specific thing. I mean, is it like boring if I say, "Oh my God, it's like so exciting at my music out"?
Of course not. Come on, that's like we'll never get to experience that like most people. So I mean, that's exciting.
That's a rose having it out, and for people to enjoy that, I'm enjoying it a lot. And what was it? Bud.
What are you looking forward to? That's coming up.
I'm looking forward to the summer festivals a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite parts of the year. Also, it's nice with festivals because you usually do them over the weekend, which means that you have an amazing, super fun weekend, and then you have a few days off and you can do whatever you want, and that goes on for like 8 weeks straight.
Oh my
So
God.
I'll have like a really nice schedule, you know? I get to do really fun things, and then I get to be off and do whatever I want. And my favorite part about being an artist is to be on stage, like by far. So summer touring and just touring in general, when I release my album, to go out on like my headline tour, I'm looking very much forward to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is your like weekends Monday, Tuesday, or just whenever you get a couple days? It's usually weekdays, right?
Yeah, but exactly. The weekdays are like the weekends, especially this summer. Now I would say I don't really have weekends or weekdays. They all just blend in together. Yeah. They'll find something for me every weekend.
Yeah.
But I am trying to take like 1 or 2 days off. I think it's necessary. And to just really, I think we all need that.
Yeah.
To just rest up, do whatever you want, hang out with some friends, like to live your life as well.
One thing the pandemic taught us. It's like,
totally.
It was like seeing your life over the last however long you've lived over those 2 years, like, oh my gosh, I've been missing out on not seeing my family enough or taking time for me, or I've been working too much. So I'm glad you're realizing that.
Yeah.
What's the thorn? Would that be it? Like working too hard right now?
The thorn, no, actually not. I am one of those people also who would probably hit the wall really easily because I love my job, so that you just keep on working and working and working until you get to a point where you're like, I don't remember my name. You know what I mean? The thorn right now would be, maybe that I am away a lot from like my friends and family, you know?
You've been here a lot?
Yeah, I've been just everywhere a lot.
Yeah.
But I think I also create friendships here, and like I make little worlds wherever I am. Like I have my LA bubble with like my LA friends and like my LA family kind of. And then I have my family, my mom and my dad, they live in Rome now. So they're just out living life. Then my sister in Stockholm and my boyfriend in Stockholm and like my best friends there. But thorns, I honestly don't have a thorn right now. I think it's just the right time of the month. I feel amazing.
Yeah,
Give
thriving.
me 2 weeks and I'll be like, everything.
Brew, I got 34 thorns.
Everything sucks.
Get pricked everywhere. Give me a break.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Well, some other exciting news. You bought back your entire music catalog, right?
I did.
How does that
Incredible.
work and why?
I think it's such a huge opportunity that I got that a lot of people don't. And it happened because I'm originally signed to a label, or was signed to a label in Sweden. And they wanted to sell, basically, the company. And I'm also licensed through Epic and Sony here in America and worldwide. So they basically asked me, or I asked, could I have it? That their share. So I bought their contract, basically, which is, they did own the masters and the copyright and all of that. But I still have a contract with Epic. But the majority of it, is mine. And I own, like, my songs, which feels absolutely incredible. And I think it's just a really nice thing to have, not only for me, but, like, for my kids. And hopefully their kids, if I keep doing music and, do all of this stuff. And it feels really good to be in control over my stuff and even the songs that I didn't write. So, like, Never Forget You was actually the first song that I wrote. And the songs before that I feel have shaped me as an artist and identified, like, me and my career. Like, Uncover was really big in Europe, or Lush Life, and, other songs that I didn't write, Symphony and all of those. I think feels really good that no one can just come in and do whatever they want with them without me having a say in it, even though I didn't write it, because they're a part of me. So it was just a really, really good investment, I think, for me in the future. And I feel like a boss lady.
Yeah, I was going to say, congratulations. Like, that's huge. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't realize that either. When they
Yeah.
put music out, like,
No,
people own
totally.
it, and
Yeah.
it's not yours completely. So to
Yeah.
buy it back is so impressive and,
Yeah.
exciting. And also, it's always funny seeing people sell them. They're like, oh, Justin Bieber just sold it for like 250 million. Like, what does that even mean?
Then we come out on such, like, big numbers, obviously. But, I don't know his reasons for it, but I think right now for me in my career where I am, like, I think it's also a nice thing to have that stream of income and not get, like, a big chunk of money, because I don't know if I can handle that. Like,
Yeah.
right now.
Did you shop it around at
Yeah,
all?
I'll
Like,
be
oh,
like,
so-
let's get some airplanes.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
I
where's
got-
my money?
Where's my Wednesday jet? This is my Friday jet. This is not right.
You
That's so
know?
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's like an investment,
It
and
really is. It really is.
setting up
And
that direct deposit.
yeah, that's kind of what it is.
I love learning about this stuff because, again, it's so unique that
Yeah.
that's how that works. So
And I'm really happy that, I was allowed to do that. And all the people that were involved. It took a long time. It took years. And I'm in a really good deal. And I feel just in a good position. In a good position where I have, like, a lot of say in my stuff. And,
Oh, it's
I
huge.
feel like I'm grown now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
You got the business side set up. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I'm sure it's so exciting to have the creative, like,
Yeah.
freedom to do what you
Yeah.
want to do. And
Yeah.
will that be the same on this album? Like, when you release this next one?
Yeah, they'll
Yours?
be on my label. Yeah.
Love it. Amazing.
Very
What's
exciting.
everything you could tell us about this next album coming up?
I would say it's so far what we have is how would I summarize it? It's just very good. I think it's just a step up. Like
Perfect. Cut it there. It's very good.
It's very good. It's definitely a huge step up from Poster Girl, which I think should always be the thing. I think every new album or every new thing you do should be better than the last. But that's really how I feel. I feel like it's more worked through. I feel like it's more purposeful. It's lyrically, like, on another level, sonically on another level. I also like that we spend a lot of time together. I did the majority of the album with Rick Knowles and Danja, and just spending time with a small group of people have really helped to kind of shape the sound of it. And we tried a lot of things, and we said yes to a lot of things, and we said no to a lot of things, and just, like, being in the studio over those months have made me feel really comfortable to share a lot and like getting to know each other. I think it's different than just having a speed date writing session here and a speed date writing session here. Even though all the writers could be like, all of them are so talented, it's a different thing when you spend time with people over a long period of time.
Totally.
I think. Yeah.
It's a comfortability.
Yeah.
And you're more willing to get vulnerable about it. That's so interesting. So I'm going to say, like, you know, you talked about how this album, we're getting to know you more. And I was curious to what that is. Is it almost like technically learning how to write and express better? Or is it the situation where you get to know the people better and you're more comfortable?
I think both. I think my where I'm stopping myself is that I get too shy for some reason when I write with people that I don't really know, that I feel like, oh, I don't know if my like ideas are good enough. But then when you get comfortable with people, you can share everything that you think of. And some ideas might not be amazing, but other ideas might be. So you just got to like allow yourself to be brave enough to put like your ideas out there. And what's the worst thing that's gonna happen? Like no one's gonna laugh at you, you know? At least not the people.
They don't listen to it, it's their loss. I mean,
yeah, obviously the people in the studio. If I'm like, should we say this? They would have been like, no, you loser. Like, are you
gonna cry? You're gonna cry on this song?
Like, no. So it's good vibes, but I do think it really have taught me to be like a better writer, better at expressing myself, better at like, I don't know, just being more personal. And then, of course, Can't Tame Her, which is very carefree, very fun. It's not that serious. You know, we're just out here and we want to party all night. But that's almost, I think it's equally actually as important to sometimes just let loose and have fun and be in the moment. So yeah, that's why I say like, I think it's dynamic and I think it has a little bit of everything. A little tear in there, a little party, a little like, you know, getting ready. It has everything.
Yeah. Sounds like you can't tame her. I mean, that's what the whole message is. And it's so funny you mentioned that where like they don't always have to be super emotional because the like Can't Tame Her, we almost make those emotions with the nostalgia we tie to it and the experiences we have.
Absolutely.
It's like, man, that song, like the one would never forget you. I remember my first job and I was so excited and I'll still remember the way that song makes me feel listening to it to this day. So excited for you.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Do we have any kind of like date, not even date, but like time? No. Just want to know if I like can get my summer ready. I know Can't Tame Her's on the playlist, but
we're gonna have another song out pretty soon. I'm very excited about that, and we're gonna have an album this year for sure. It's just I every time I say a month or a date, it just never ends up being that day.
Yeah,
and then
that's
people
so true.
get upset and they're like, "But you said," you know. So I'm just gonna keep quiet until I actually have like a set date.
Got you.
I feel like I lie so much that my fans they need like a confirmation from my label.
Yeah.
If I'm like,
we don't want to hear from Zara. We need the boss until we see that whatever check mark.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I can't wait to go. You're talking about your family being all over and everything. I want to go to Sweden so bad.
You should.
My girlfriend's going to Paris this week, and she's like got a gap in between Fashion Week stuff that she's like, where should I bounce around to? I'm like, you gotta
Scandinavia.
Scandinavia would be great.
Copenhagen is beautiful. Stockholm is stunning. Don't go to Norway or Finland.
Okay, I'll make sure I pass that on. Can you walk around there though? Like at home, fine?
Yeah,
I feel
it's fine.
I had to do some research. I'm like, there's 10 million people there.
Yeah.
You gotta be one of the most famous people.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Like
they don't care?
Culturally, it's this thing about not thinking you're better than everyone else or than anyone else, and people will let you know that you're not. So just we also don't have that paparazzi culture. We don't have the fame culture in general. So I think sometimes, of course, people walk up to me and they want a picture. They want to say like, "Oh, I love your music," which I always appreciate. But it definitely is a different vibe, and people, you know, you might see them stare or whisper to their friends or like point at you when they think you don't see, but there isn't that like fame
craze.
Yeah, it's definitely different and it's kind of nice, I would say.
Sure.
Yeah.
You get to go home and, you know,
chill.
do your thing.
Yeah.
Just chill.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, before we wrap, I want to play a quick game if that's okay.
Yeah,
Are you ready for this? I'm so excited about having sound effects. You have no idea. This is going to be a quick game called Lessons with Larson. I wish you could hear this bed.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm going to ask you. This is so cheesy. I found this morning. It's like game show beds from the 60s. We're going to put this off. I can't take it serious. I'm going to give you just like one topic and give me the best advice you can. It can be as sarcastic or serious as you want. So lessons with Larson.
Okay, love.
Perfect timing. Happiness.
Ooh. What do you mean? That's so abstract.
It's your best advice. I know. It's how you interpret it. What's your advice on happiness or...
To get happy?
Sure.
To surround yourself with funny people.
That's great advice. See?
Yeah.
You're great at this.
Boom.
Lessons
Just
with
laugh.
Larson. Come on back.
Laugh.
Spicy food. What's your advice on that?
Start slow.
We talking about happiness or we talking about spicy food?
No, spicy food, you got to start slow. You got to build up your tolerance.
Yeah, for sure. I love this game so much. I can't wait for this one. Gas station sushi.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Don't ease into that one. Don't worry. The music business.
Oh, broad question.
Yep.
Kind of like the same as with happiness, just to make sure you surround yourself with really good people who share your vision and who cares for you truly, not only like to make money off of you. Who cares about you?
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They could almost roll into this next one. Dating. Oh. Almost the same thing.
To not force it. I've definitely been in relationships for way too longer because I'm like, oh, but it's gonna be good. Like, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like,
we'll be happy, right? Yeah. Let's go back to that first part of the question. See answer number one.
Yeah, if it's not, just don't and I think I've learned that with even friendships, with everything, like, if it's not for me, it's not for me, and that is okay. There's something out there for you.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, don't like bend yourself backwards for someone who obviously doesn't fit with you.
You're so good at this.
Yeah.
Traveling to Sweden.
Ooh, depending on what season, I would say bring a warm jacket. But if not, if you're traveling there in summertime, maybe bring some eye masks, sleeping masks, if you don't have really good blinds, because it doesn't really get dark.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have never known.
Yeah, now you know.
I'm learning so much with Lessons with Larson. Let me hit the bed. No, I'm just kidding. A Zara Larsson concert. What's your advice for that?
Bring your dancing shoes.
Woo!
Bring your dancing shoes.
Easy.
Yeah, go with your fun homies and have a dance party.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Last one. Talking in a movie theater. Do it.
Yeah, I think obviously don't leave your phone on silent. Don't bother people, but speak quietly. And if you're gonna speak loudly, make sure you're super funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if
nobody wants to hear a boring comment. Don't do that. You gotta be you gotta be a comedian, or you gotta be a little mouse and speak with your friends in their ears.
That's good advice. Absolutely.
But also react.
You have to, right?
Applaud,
it's an experience.
Scream. I think so personally. I know a lot of people didn't agree with me, but I'm not backing down. I'm doubling down.
It's like some deep drama movie, and you're like, look at this guy, trying to be a comedian.
No, you gotta find
room.
read the room, and don't be disrespectful.
Or bring carrots or other loud snacks. You know what I mean? I've done that once. So amazing. That was Lessons with Larson. So much fun.
So good.
Anything I missed you want to share with your fans or you have going on?
I don't think so. I think you covered all of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm so excited for you. This is a blast.
Too.
It's so nice to meet you. I can't wait to hear the album, see your shows, get my dancing shoes on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here.
Me.
I appreciate it.
Of course. It was really fun.
Cool. Yeah. Woo! We did it.